Good morning, family. It is about close to 7 o'clock in the morning. I came on to do an insert on my video diary of my hysterectomy surgery. Today is May 5th, 2010. Um, the morning of my surgery. I'm due to check in at 10:30, and my surgery is to start definitive at 12 o'clock. So I didn't come on yesterday because yesterday I had a really long day. I had to go. I got checked in already, and so they did all my paperwork. They drew all my blood and did all that stuff. I had to have an EKG, and I had to have a chest x-ray. And I had to meet one more time with my doctor and the anesthesiologist that's going to perform the surgery, and to make sure that everything is a go and that I'm, on the same court as everybody else. And they wanted to know what was my desires, my feelings, and what was I going through before all this happened. And so, they began to tell me that, so they pulled out all my paperwork. They pulled out my MRI and everything on all my stuff. And they said, well, Tina, we see a couple of spots on your ovaries, and our point was not to throw you into menopause, but we need you to sign a release in case that it's a bad situation. We need to take them. We need to know, should we or shouldn't we take them, or what is it that you want us to do? But again, we don't want to throw you into menopause. So my answer to Dr. Mason was, well, Dr. Mason, I have 3 children, and you guys are worried about throwing me into menopause, but yet I'm worried about living past menopause to raise my kids. I have a daughter and 2 boys. My daughter is 10 years old, and I feel like I have enough lifelong lessons to teach my daughter where and which she needs to go. And my point is to rear my daughter and to grow her up being a Proverbs 31 woman. So whatever you need to do, I need you to keep me fucking living. Because I need to go home in a couple of days, and I need to start back raising my family. So with that said, they said, okay, well, if we need to take them, we need to take one of them, or we take 2, whatever, we're going to do it. We're going to take care of it. Don't worry about it. So I was like, okay, cool. They're going to do a laparoscopic with vaginal assist, which means they're going to give me a couple of little niches on my stomach, and they're going to be assisted also by a new robot, some kind of thing they got going on. And so, what they're going to do is, the fibroid is still growing, and they don't understand why it's growing at such a rapid rate. So when they took a test of it yesterday, and it's like, Tina, it's like bigger than a football right now. We have no choice, and we have to do this stat. We have to do this like right now. So what they're going to do is they're going to blast it, is what they're saying. They're going to blast it, or they're going to kind of, cut it up, and then they're going to pull it out vaginally. And so my doctor said, and with the robot, it's being videotaped. So if you want a copy of it, I'm going to give you a copy of it. Guess what? I want a copy of it. I don't know why, but I do. I'm a nurse too, and I kind of want to know, what's coming out of me. I want y'all to show me what y'all done. Ain't going to be no talking over my goddamn head about what the fuck I'm looking like on the inside and shit like that there. And then, everybody going to lunch after y'all done got to cutting my ass up. No, I want to figure out what the conversation was. You know what I'm saying? While you lifting my shit all up and looking up under this, that, and that, I want to know what y'all talking about. Anyway, y'all, I got to make light of the situation. Anyway, my daughter did my hair, and my daughter just swooped it up like this and put it in a little ponytail like this. And she wanted me to wear her little thing in my hair. And I said, okay, I'm going to just go with this. Because my sister was going to put me a couple of French braids in my hair and was going to let me roll like that. But my daughter said, no, put the ponytail in and I'm going to put a band, and then that's it. So I was like, okay. So my daughter combed my hair. So if I'm looking toe up and I'm looking busted, guess what? I just got out of bed. I'm getting kids off to school. Ken is here. And we're busy this morning, but I had to come in and say something. So anyway, after my doctor and the anesthesiologist walked out, okay, now here comes the admissions clerk with paperwork. She tells me, well, Tina, we ran your insurance. You have an 85-15 plan, which means you have to pay 15% of the surgery. Your 15% is going to be $5,700 and something. To which we're going to need a check from you today for $1,700 to get started. So I was like, okay. I wasn't totally prepared for that, but I was like, okay, well, I have no choice but to go ahead on and do it. So I had to write them a check and to take care of it. So now, the surgery is all a go. So, wow. And then on the rest of it, the $4,000 that's left, then therefore, you make that in payments or whatever have you, however way you do it. But they needed something, to get started. So that's the way that shit went. So anyway, my sister came over here last night. Yesterday I went and I did a lot of grocery shopping and I bought the kids a lot of stuff that they need because she's going to be here for the next couple of days. So I decided to, my sister's going to sleep here in my room. So I washed all my linens and all that stuff. The trash man is here. Something is tapping up here. The wind is blowing and y'all, I'm having some work done on my house. And so I'm having like renovations and they're building on to the other part of the house. So the tarp blew right here on my skylight in my room. So anyway, and it's tapping, so I don't know if y'all can hear it. But anyway, so I went and I got all my groceries and stuff. And the way I was raised, that when my mom got ready to leave and go somewhere, she made sure her house was tight. Whereas we didn't have to go to a neighbor to eat. We didn't have to go up the road and go eat at somebody else's house. She wanted to make sure everything was in home. So that's what I did. I asked my kids what they wanted to eat while I was gone. They said they wanted chicken enchiladas. So I said, okay, well, Mommy will make what you want me to make. And so my plan is to make, a pan or two of them, enough for my sister and her two